playful truth or dare questions over text. Truth or dare is always a fun game to play, but it's even better when you can do it over text with your friends. In this video, we're gonna show you truth or dare questions that keep the game interesting and exciting. But before going further, if you're new to the EverythingMom.com YouTube channel, click on the red subscribe button below and hit the bell icon so that you can get notified about our fantastic upcoming videos in return. Now to the good stuff. Hey there! In this video, we're gonna show you some of the best truth or dare questions that you can use over text with your friends. These questions are going to keep the game interesting and exciting, so make sure you try them out. The truths. Truth may seem scary or nerve-wracking, but don't let it phase you. It's an awesome way to get to know each other better. Unravel those secrets you've been carrying to a trusted group of friends with these truth or dare questions. The truths. Who are you crushing on right now? Tell me a time you were rejected and describe it in detail for at least 5 minutes. What is the meanest thing you've ever done to somebody? Have you ever peed on yourself as an adult or teenager? What is something illegal you've done? What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? What is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? What is the most childish thing you've done over the age of 13? If you were to ask your parents what's the most childish thing you've ever done was, what would it be? What is the grossest thing you've overheard someone do? Tell me something you don't like about me. Who is a person you don't like but pretend to? Do you think you're uglier or better looking than most people you know? When was the last time you felt too embarrassed for somebody else? What is something you did a long time ago that you still regret today? What is a gross habit you have and never wanted anybody to find out? Have you ever been in a police car, and if so, why? What is something your best friend or significant other does that you hate? Have you ever hacked into someone's social media to read their messages? Have you ever stolen something from your parents or another person? At what age did you stop sleeping with the light on? What is the silliest thing you're genuinely scared of? Do you believe in ghosts? Have you ever been pulled over by the cops? Tell me about a time you fake cried or only pretended to be regretful to get out of trouble. What is the biggest lie you have ever told, and who did you tell it to? Who do you think is the most unattractive of all your friends? What's the biggest pet peeve you have about your boyfriend or girlfriend? What are you most attracted to in the opposite sex? What's the weirdest thing you do in the morning? Have you ever peed in a public place that you shouldn't have? What's the craziest thing you've ever done on the weekend? What's the most romantic thing you've ever done with your partner? Would you ever eat a soggy cupcake if you were craving it? More truths. Are you warming up to all the truth telling? We have got tons more questions you can throw at each other for even more revelations in our truth or dare questions over text. More truths. What's the absolute worst thing you've ever done? Have you ever farted in front of your crush? When's the last time you cried in public? What's the grossest thing you've ever done in public? Have you ever eaten really old food? Who is your secret crush at work or school? What friend would you marry if you had to marry someone? When was your first kiss, and who was it with? How many selfies do you have on your phone? What is the biggest lie you have ever told your parents or a teacher? What is one thing you would sleep overnight on the sidewalk for? Do you believe in angels, heaven and hell? What's something you're attracted to in another person that you don't like to share? What's the most embarrassing moment that you had with your parents? What's something embarrassing that very few people know about you? If you could change your nose or your jawline, which would you pick and why? Interesting truths. Let's make things a little more interesting, shall we? So get ready for some reveals that will pique the interest with these truth or dare questions over text. Interesting truths. If we were all going into your room to snoop around, what would we find that should shock us all? Have you ever prank called a friend? What is one secret you're hiding from your mom? Have you ever creeped on or stalked someone on Facebook or Instagram? What would you buy me if I gave you $50? How many boy or girl contacts do you have on your phone? Have you ever fallen in front of your crush? Do you currently have a crush on anyone? Is there anything in your life that you would change? How many selfies do you take a week? Juicy truths. What's a truth-telling session without some juicy reveals? With these truth or dare questions over text, juicy truths, you're sure to exchange some pretty fascinating details and revelations. Do you cover your eyes during the scary parts of a movie? Have you ever practiced kissing the mirror? Have you ever practiced kissing on a piece of fruit from the kitchen? Who do you hate and why? What is your biggest pet peeve? Do you talk in your sleep? Do you drool in your sleep? How many people have you kissed? What was your most embarrassing moment in public in front of everyone? What is your guilty pleasure? What is your go-to song to sing in the shower? Funny truths. Oh yes, the truth is often funny, especially if you know the right questions to ask. So with this truth or dare questions of a text, funny truths, you all won't be able to help but smile or even laugh out loud. Would you rather have no heating or AC or no internet? If you suddenly become invisible, what would you do? Would you rather let your dog eat out of your mouth or eat food out of a trash can? Would you rather lick someone's foot or lick the sidewalk on the street? Have you ever blamed your fart on someone else? Have you ever farted in an elevator? What was your favorite childhood video game? Have you ever played a prank on your parents? Would you rather be caught picking your nose or picking a wedgie? Do you have any silly nicknames? Describe the strangest dream you have ever had and who it was about. Sizzling truths. If you're ready to take things to the next scorching level, this truth or dare questions of a text, sizzling truths are here to hit things. It's time for some very hot reveals. From cheating and sexual pasts to catfishing and secret fantasies. What's the worst thing you have ever done in the bedroom? What's one thing you wish you could change about your sexual past? Have you ever cheated on a love interest? What's your ultimate sexual fantasy? If you were allowed to be with more than one person, would you do it? Who is the last person you had a sexual fantasy about? Have you ever done anything sexual in public place? If you had to hook up with one family member, who would it be? Where is the riskiest or out of this world place you have ever done it? Have you ever got caught masturbating? Who have you had a fantasy about that you have never mentioned? Have you ever had a fantasy about anyone's parent? Who was it? Have you ever heard your parents sleeping together? Describe your grossest kiss and why it was so nasty. If you had to go out on a date with one person of the same sex, who would it be? Have you ever catfished anybody? If so, what happened? If not, have you wanted to? Have you ever been catfished before? What happened? And how did you find out? How many people have you slept with? The dares. When people don't feel ready to tell the truth, they choose dare. And you'll be more than prepared to get the ball rolling with this truth or dare questions over text, the dares. Have fun. Try to lick your foot. Do a three-way prank call to somebody so that I can listen. Fill up the butt and get in with your current outfit still on. Pick the third number on your contacts list and message them a silly poem. Open up all your windows and sing an entire song as loud as you can. I dare you to order me $10 worth of food for delivery. Shave your arms and send me a pic. Record yourself singing a song and post it on YouTube. Mix a drop of every condiment in your house and drink or eat it. Message someone you haven't talked to in at least 1 year on Facebook or Instagram and take a screenshot. Cut a piece of your hair. Put ice cubes down your pants and try to shake them out and send me a video. Take a video of yourself doing a crazy dance and post it to social media. Ask a neighbor if they have 50 cents. Walk around the block and talk to yourself the entire time, even when people are around. More dares. Ready for more? You surely won't run out of fun, silly and even challenging things to dare each other with via our truth or dare questions over text. More dares. Show us your most recent social media direct message in a screenshot. Make a prank call to another best friend. Bark like a dog for 2 whole minutes. Take peanut butter and coat your face in it. Order 5 pizzas to your house right now. Go into the bathroom and unroll all the toilet paper. Try to make one part of your body make a fart sound. Take a shower with your clothes on. Go onto DoorDash and order something super random. Ask your crush out on a date through text message. Funny dares. Some of the best dares are downright hilarious. There's no denying that from making up a song to professing your love to the beebs and more, this truth or dare questions over text, funny dares will have you laughing for hours. Prank call someone and try to talk for 15 minutes straight. Then take a recording of the call. Eat a spoonful of any condiment of my choosing. Tell your crush you like them over text. Screenshot the conversation. Make up a song and voice record yourself singing it. Then send it to me when you're done. Video yourself eating a tablespoon of butter and send it to me. Lick your armpit, record yourself. Wrap your head with toilet paper like a mummy. Take a picture and make it your profile pic. Call someone and confess your new love of Justin Bieber. Text a friend and tell them their hair is on backward. Use a picture of me as your phone background for 3 days. Interesting dares. Why don't you make things even more interesting? Challenge each other and try to see how far you all can go with this truth or dare questions over text. Interesting dares. For example, can you send your most unflattering photo of yourself or send a screenshot of your text message inbox? Let's go. Send me the link to the last YouTube video you watched. Write a short love poem. Find some lipstick and put it on. Write my name somewhere on your body with a permanent marker. Do a sexy dance just with one leg. Record yourself singing your favorite love song and send it to me. Send me the most unflattering picture of yourself on your phone. Video call me or record yourself dancing for 1 minute with no music. Send me a screenshot of your text inbox without deleting anything. Read me the first email in your inbox. Truth or Dare is a classic game that can be enjoyed by people of all ages. Whether you're playing over text with friends or in person with a family, these questions will help keep the excitement going. We hope you have a great time playing it, and don't forget to come back and check out more of our content. We hope you had a cracking time with these Truth or Dare questions. If you want to find out more, please visit our website blog.